Alright, hello guys, and welcome back to Steinsgate. We're on episode, I don't even know what at this point. But we just discovered that Mr. Braun is one of the couriers for the IBN 5100 that we are currently tracking so that we can try and figure out who FB is so we can get their phone to cancel Moeka's D-mail. Interesting. Yeah, craziness. So, without any further ado, we shall continue. See where this takes us. I already know what's gonna happen, probably. Sometimes this visual novel, throws me for a loop because it's not all the same. Obviously, the anime cut a lot of things out that didn't necessarily matter, and made it, well, less, I guess, so it wouldn't be as much time and wouldn't be as time consuming. Wouldn't be like a lot of filler episodes type thing, so just keep that in mind, guys. But here we go. I time leap several hours to before the first man arrived at the coin locker. I then explain the situation to Moeka. My plan is to get ahead of the package. After killing some time at Starbucks, we rent a car. I don't have a license, so Moeka's driving. We go to the street in front of the roundabout facing Showadori and park near Yododashi Camera. Now we wait. Nervous? You look terrified. How long have you been driving? First time. Wow, Ogube can't drive, and apparently Moeka's never driven before. What? This is your first time? Oh, come on. Just don't crash. I was surprised Moeka had a license in the first place. Apparently FB told her it would come in handy for her rounder work. I have Moeka wait in the car while I keep a lookout on the roundabout. The white station wagon's already stopped there. From this distance, I can clearly see Tanuji in the driver's seat. Nobody else is riding. The crew cut guy should arrive just after 5 p.m. As expected, the crew cut man arrives right on time, effortlessly dragging the suitcase behind him. It feels weird seeing the exact same scene from a different angle. I hurry back to the car where Moeka is waiting. He's coming. The station wagon rolls past us. It takes a left turn at the Showadori intersection towards Okachimachi. Moeka smoothly sets the car in motion. Finally, we arrive at Tanuji's house in Okachimachi. This house is where Suzuha lived. Her old rusty mountain bike is still out in front. Tanuji brings the IBN 5100 inside. We stop a little farther down the road and keep watch. What does this mean? Where is FB? The question is, why did he bring it inside? Is he just holding on to it, or is he FB? Does he know FB? Moeka insists that FB is a woman, so maybe it's Tanuji's wife, whom I've never met. I have Moeka show me one of FB's mails. It's from FB. Sorry for not being useful. M4. It's true that you're not very good with people, but I think that's just part of what makes you unique and special. Besides, you have no trouble talking to me, do you? Honestly, M4, there's no one else who works as hard as you do. I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful you joined the Rounders. Even if nobody else values you, I'll always look out for you. Feel free to email me whenever you like. Oh yes, since you're finally in Nagoya, you should try some of the local delicacies. It's not good for your health to keep eating convenience store food. Or do you not like miso, M4? Miso, sorry. In any case, a girl your age needs to eat better. I recommend the firm miso stew. Your next mission is to go to Akihabara in Tokyo, so find an apartment by next week. I deposited a special bonus in your account, so feel free to use it. Talk to you soon, your mother, FB. She's kept a lot of mails archived like this one. M4 is my code name. FB gave it to me. Moeka is a mailing machine. She sent FB nearly 10 mails a day, but FB replied to every single one. You'd have to be a saint to reply to all those emails. No wonder Moeka was so dependent on FB. So, time for another stakeout. I have Daru set up the wireless infrared camera on the telephone pole down the street. We park a couple of blocks away and watch the video feed. The next day, Tanuji goes to work on his moped like usual. He returns after sunset. There's no sign of his daughter Nay or his wife. Nay? I can't remember how to say that. I think it's Nye. Something finally happens early Sunday morning. Just before 3 a.m., 6 people show up at Tanuji's house. It's them. It's dark, but I recognize them. They're the rounders who raided the lab with Moeka. Moeka doesn't show much of a reaction. I thought she knew them. I ask, but she says she's never met them before. It looks like this world line's Moeka has been cut off completely. Were they done with her when she found them in IBN 5100? Tanuji comes outside and loads the IBN 5100 into the station wagon. Then the 6 men get in and drive away. Tanuji sees them off and then goes back inside his house. What now? I'm interested in Tanuji's story, but the IBN 5100 will lead us to FB. We decide to follow the station wagon. The pursuit ends at Narita International Airport. The 6 men, the IBN 5100 in tow, board a plane headed for France. France, CERN's home country. What does this mean? Tanuji's wife might be FB. Since there's no sign of FB this far, she must be an extremely cautious individual, but the evidence suggests only one possibility. On World Line Alpha 1, Moeka's men attacked the night the time leap machine was completed. Their timing was perfect. It makes sense if you assume that Tanuji is closely linked to FB. He was right downstairs the whole time we were discussing our plans. FB knew exactly what we were up to. We were dancing to her tune all along. When we went back to Akiba, Moeka and I started walking towards Tanuji's house. But on the way, I get an angry call from Kurisu demanding an update, so I decided to take care of that first. Orion. This is from Mayuri. I saw Orion last night. It was really pretty. I hope you were looking up at the same time, because then it would be like we were close by even if we're really far away. Stars are really romantic like that, aren't they? Yeah, I saw it too. First night in a while I've had time to look at the stars. I don't think it was Orion. That's a winter constellation. Wow, bro. Kurisu sighs when she sees me. I thought I asked you to keep me posted. I've been busy. Busy. Right. Kurisu glances at Moeka. Were you worried about me? Of course not. Why would I care what you're up to? It's just Mayuri was really worried. I don't want to see her sad. So at least give her a call, okay? Now that she mentions it, it feels like I haven't talked to Mayuri in forever. I'm doing this to save Mayuri. I'm close to discovering our true enemy. Our enemy? But... Kurisu glances at Moeka again. Moeka is completely expressionless. She's lightly kicking the dirt in boredom. She hasn't used her phone once since we began the search for FB. Isn't she our enemy? She is an enemy, but we're cooperating in order to uncover the truth. Isn't she the one who killed Mayuri? Yes. However, Moeka is just a pawn, and one that no longer poses a threat. To save Mayuri, I need to capture the king. Well, the king's cell phone. Whatever, so where are you going now? Take me with you. Have you gone man-assisted mine? I'm perfectly sane, and I'm not your assistant. It could be dangerous. Eh? Kurisu falters for a moment, but quickly tightens her expression. Do I die today? I've experienced the future, so I know who dies today. No, you don't die. Then, there's no problem. This world line essentially has guaranteed my survival. Right, Kurisu doesn't die today. Neither does Mayuri. The only person who dies today is Moeka. This afternoon, she kills herself. I've already told Moeka her fate. But in spite of that, Moeka doesn't seem upset, at least on the surface. She's expressionless as always. The only difference is that she's not checking her phone as often. But Moeka's not a strong woman. Beneath that expressionless mask, is she struggling against the fear of death? I mean, probably. Oh, Jesus. I decide to confront Tanuji directly. I have Kurisu stand guard outside the house, while Moeka and I go inside. Not that we're planning to break in. We ring the doorbell like honest citizens. Tanuji soon opens the door and invites us into the living room. The divergence meter is sitting in its usual spot. I glance at the numbers. I think that's the one we saw last, right? 0.523307%. There's still a long way to go before I can reach 1%. How much more of this can I take? Make yourselves at home. It's just after dawn, much too early for guests, but Tanuji welcomes us with a smile. He even starts preparing some instant coffee. You're an early riser, Mr. Braun. Yeah, gotta see my little girl off to school. I know it's summer break, but habits die hard. Isn't your daughter still asleep? Or is she still asleep? Hey, you thinking of trying something while she's sleeping? Touch her and I'll break your head, got it? Don't worry. I'm more interested in his wife. There's still no sign of her. Is she asleep too, or could she be hiding somewhere? I'd like to do a thorough search of the house, but of course that's impossible. And then there's what he said just now about seeing Nai off to school. That sounded like something a single father would say. I suspected that FB was Tanuji's wife, but that may have been a mistake. Maybe Tanuji is just another courier after all. Maybe he doesn't even know about FB. There's still the possibility that FB might not even be in Akiba. I need answers. But how do I get them? Moeka is just staring at the floor. I can't count on her for any bright ideas. And whether or not Tanuji's wife is FB, I don't think this man will fall for any tricks. I decide to go the direct approach. A few hours ago, 6 men stopped by this house to pick up a package, which they then delivered to France. You were there. I saw you. This time, Tanuji doesn't give me his usual macho attitude. He just smiles softly. And? The package contained an IBN 5100. You know what that is, of course. Yeah, the legendary retro PC. This is too easy. He's never this cooperative. Are you just another courier, or are you a rounder? Instead of answering my question, Tanuji looks straight at Moeka. Did you betray us, M4? Moeka jerks upright. M4 is Moeka's code name, something only FB should know. No. Are you FB? Tanuji laughs once, a dry sound. Ever heard of Ferdinand Braun? Moeka and I look at each other, confused by the sudden change of topic. Come on, he was the Nobel Prize-winning physicist who invented the Braun tube. Tanuji has a thing for Braun tubes, I know that. But what does that have to do with anything? Ferdinand Braun. Initials? FB. There you guys go. Mr. Braun is FB. Oh shit. I didn't expect that. Now you get it. Tanuji casually produces a handgun. The motion is so smooth and natural that I don't recognize it as a gun at first. Its heavy form gives off a chilling black luster. The muzzle is pointed at Moeka. What? Moeka and I are unarmed. We didn't plan for this. How could we have? We thought FB was Tanuji's wife, not the man himself. Let me ask you one thing. Your wife. She died having Nai. Why? I curse silently. No wonder I've never seen her. She's been dead for years. Tanuji is FB. No, that can't be. I thought I was your world, M4. Now you're running away? Keeping his gun trained on Moeka, the man I knew as Mr. Braun laughed scornfully. or at an overwhelming disadvantage. I was a fool to believe the direct approach would work. Now my recklessness is going to get us both killed. No, not both of us. I don't die here. I'm here because I time leap on the 16th. That fact is written in the fabric of this world line. So if the attractive field model is right, I can't possibly die now on the morning of the 15th. My survival is guaranteed by the same force that keeps killing Mayuri. However, Moeka has no such protection. She dies today. It doesn't matter how. She could easily die now, right before my eyes. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. It doesn't matter. My goal is to obtain FB's cell phone and send a email to Moeka in the past. That is the reason I'm here. In any case, I mustn't let his handgun scare me. There's no turning back now. All I can do is stay on the offensive. So you're a rounder. Cern's dog. Their dog? Yeah, you ain't wrong. Tanuji is like a different person today. He's composed. He doesn't get angry, even when I provoke him. You wouldn't expect a man with a gun to be so calm. Is this who he really is? Was the gruff but good-natured storekeeper just an act? If you shoot, it'll wake up your daughter. So what? Do you want your daughter to see you commit murder? My little girl's smart as a button. She'll understand. I grind my teeth. I can't believe you're a rounder. You, of all people. Hashira Suzu didn't give you a home so you could turn it into a safe house for Cern. Tanuji's smile stiffens for a second. But then he slaps his knee and laughs. You knew Suzu-san? You should have said something. Tanuji and I haven't spoken about Suzuha on this world line. Anyway, what gives you the right to speak for her, huh? She died 10 years ago. You were what, 8? How do you know how she'd feel? She told me. I glare at Tanuji. The anger and frustration are overwhelming. She was here, in this time, not 5 days ago. I'll bring it to you here in Akihabara. That's my duty, and I'll see it through. The rest is up to you. Change the future, please. I still remember her words vividly. Though it feels like it's been forever since she spoke them, in objective time, it was just a few days ago. She was right here, and you never knew it. Hashira Suzu. No, Amane Suzuha was a time traveler. She came from the future to stop Cern. What? You never noticed, FB? The woman who saved your life came from the year 2036. She was one of us, a lab member, the daughter of Hashira Itaru. Suzuha hated Cern, and here you are, a man who owes her everything, doing their dirty work. Is this how you honor Suzuha's memory? Oh shit. Stop making shit up. Tanuji thrusts his gun at me. I barely managed to keep from flinching. How did you turn out this way? Fuck you. It's complicated. Complicated. Is that supposed to be an excuse? Are you really FB? Moeka looks completely lost. Tanuji sighs and lowers his gun. Yeah, I am. The mails. I wrote them. Why did I pretend to be a woman? Camouflage, obviously. Had to hide my identity. The internet's full of guys pretending to be girls. I gotta say though, M4, you send too much goddamn mail. Who has time for that shit? You better be grateful I bothered to reply. No. FB was like a mother to me. I'd do anything for FB. That was the point. It's easy to manipulate nut jobs like you. Just gotta give them something to cling to. Enough. I approach Tanuji, but freeze once he points the gun at me again. Why did you stop emailing me? Huh? Oh right, your usefulness ended the second you dropped off that IBN 5100. I'm useless? That was obvious. I've been telling her that this whole time that FB abandoned her. I guess it wasn't real to her until she heard it from FB's own mouth. Recruiting members directly is bad for secrecy, but the rounders make up for it by choosing expendable assets with nowhere else to go. Any member who finds an IBN 5100 is eliminated, no exceptions. What? What is he saying? That way, Cern gets to keep their secrets, plus have a cheap army of outcasts like us. FB. We're all expendable, every last one of us, and it sucks, let me tell you. Without dropping his smile, Tanuji takes his gun. Oh shit. As soon as our job's done, they get rid of us. Guess that makes us cattle, not dogs. And presses it against the side of his head. Disobey orders and they'll go after your family. I can't let them touch my little girl, can I? Bro, you are not. Straight up. With your kids sleeping in another room. Bro. Wait, don't. Sorry for everything, Suzusan. Really, how did I turn out this way? Yeah, I knew that happened, but damn. He pulls the trigger. Why? Brains splatter against the wall. Tanuji's massive bloody body drops to the floor and sprawls out motionless. A dark red stain begins to spread over the tatami mats. He's dead. Tanuji's dead. No. Why? Ew. It's over, and I still don't understand what happened. Would he have killed himself even if we hadn't confronted him? Was his death too the will of fate? Tanuji had completed his mission. Maybe he chose to eliminate himself rather than face Stern's assassins. You fool. I bite down hard on my lip. I pound my fists against the floor. You left your daughter all alone. You meant to protect her with a sacrifice, but what is Nai supposed to do now? How could you die with a smile? All-rounders are expendable, he said. Does that mean FB was just another pawn? Is that how CERN operates? That's insanity. This can't be real. Nai, is she still asleep in the next room? Blissfully unaware of her father's suicide? How do I explain this to her? Should I run? Again, strictly speaking, my purpose is to obtain FB's phone. Once I send the email and change the world line, all of this will be undone. I can run like a coward and no one will know. I'll know. I timidly slide open the door to Nai's bedroom. It looks like you'd expect. There's a red backpack hanging next to the desk, and there's a futon laid out on the floor. But Nai isn't there. The window is open. The lace curtains are waving, as if to invite fresh morning air, breeze inside. She's gone? Where did she go? No, don't tell me Stern kidnapped her. I don't even know if she was there when we arrived. None of this makes sense. This isn't the world I know. His phone. I need Tanuji's phone. I'm relieved Nai isn't here. I don't have to tell her about her father's death. I find Tanuji's phone in his pants pocket. I was ready to kill him for it if I had to. I never thought he would kill himself. And now I'm looting his dead body like a hyena scavenging for scraps of meat. I make myself want to puke. I leave as soon as I have the phone, dragging the catatonic Moeka with me. We regroup with Kurisu, who is worried sick waiting outside, and hail a taxi. I wish we hadn't spent so much time parked near Tanuji's house. Once the body is found, the police might trace the rental car back to us. Maybe we should have reported it first, but I'd rather not have to answer any questions. Besides, soon, none of this will have happened. So the manager was FB. First, we take Moeka back to her apartment. There, I explained to Kurisu what happened. Moeka didn't say a word on the way back. Now she's sitting on the floor by the entrance, staring off into space. It must have been quite a shock to hear Tanuji's, FB's, confession. The one person she trusted betrayed her. She may never recover. But were Tanuji's actions really a betrayal? I'm not quite convinced. Something felt off back there. Rounders who complete their mission are eliminated, no exceptions. That's what FB said. But in that case, why wasn't Moeka killed? Hey, Moeka. It's possible that FB did what he did so you could live. Maybe he didn't abandon you. Maybe by pushing you away, he was trying to keep you safe. This may just be wishful thinking. We'll never know FB's true intentions. But I want to believe that Tanuji did care for her, that there was a place for Moeka somewhere. What am I doing? Why am I trying to comfort Moeka? Maybe I'm just soft. Okabe, we need to send the email now. Kurisu's expression is grave. Miss this chance and you could be in a lot of trouble. Kurisu had the same thought as me. Your goal is to save Mayuri, not to take revenge on CERN, right? I don't want anyone else to be hurt because of the machine we built. Yeah, you're right. FB's phone is in my possession. There's no longer any reason to stay on this world line. It's only a matter of time until the police come looking for us. I should send the email immediately. When I do, the present will be reconstructed. Tanuji will still be alive, Moeka will still be in contact with FB. And at last, the IBN 5100 will return to me. I just need to think about saving Mayuri and all will be well. Do you think Daru's still in the lab? I'll try calling. I'll send the same message I tried to send earlier from Moeka's phone. Only this time, it will be from FB's phone. When Moeka sees it, she'll believe it to be an order from FB. Knowing her dependence on FB, she'll obey without question. It makes me sick to be taking advantage of Moeka's vulnerabilities like this. How am I any different from FB? He said he'll be there in 5 minutes. So we just wait until then. By the way, something weird happened back there. After closing her phone, Kurisu glances at Moeka and lowers her voice. While I was waiting outside, I heard a gunshot. And right after that, I saw her. Her who? I ask, even though I already know the answer. There's only one person it could be. Nai-chan. She ran out the back door. When I called her to stop, our eyes met. Kurisu bites her lip as if fighting an unpleasant memory. It happened right after she heard the gunshot. If that's true, then Nai saw her father die. She saw her father die and ran away. What? Uh-oh. There's a knock on the door. Someone's here. Who? Moeka, who had been squatting by the entrance, slowly lifts her head. This is wrong. The timing's too perfect. Today, Kiryu Moeka dies. The world line has already approved that fate. Has it come for her already? Moeka reaches for the doorknob. Wait, don't. I try to stop her, but too late. Moeka's already turning the doorknob. The door opens slowly, and there stands... Oh. Hi! An innocent greeting. A child's voice. Familiar. How did she find this place? How did she get here? Why did she come here? She ran away. Our eyes met. Right after I heard the gunshot. What? Nai steps up to Moeka. Moeka's body blocks my view. What the fuck? The next instant, Moeka drops on her knees like a string cut puppet. Nai? What the fuck? An innocent laugh. Hands dyed with blood. She's just gonna keep laughing. A cleaver in her hand. No way. Yes way. Nai's lips twist into a victorious sneer. She looks straight at me, her eyes burning with intense hatred. Those aren't the eyes of a child. What's going on here? Is this really Nai? I won't forgive you. The venom in her voice chills me to the bone. Daddy died because of you. I'll never forgive you. I'll kill you with my own 2 hands. Kurisu and I stare in shocked silence. Neither of us can move a muscle. Okabe Rintaro. My heart skips a beat. I feel like someone just walked over my grave. I'll come for you in 15 years. I hope you spend them quivering in terror. What the fuck? Nai tosses the knife away and leaves, laughing all the while. I hear the sound of her footsteps pattering down the stairs. Soon, they fade away, leaving us in silence. What the hell was that? A demon? Was she possessed? My entire body is shaking. I have to struggle just to move a finger. What about Moeka? Moeka's clothes are soaked in blood. There's a gaping wound in her abdomen where Nai stabbed her. Calm down. Kurisu yells for me to come to my senses, and then she takes out her phone. Check on Kiryu-san. I'll call an ambulance. No, wait, before that. Maybe you should just send the D-mail. Even now, Kurisu is calm. I feel an irrational surge of anger at her composure, but I know she's right. Once I send the D-mail, the world line will be undone. I know that, but I still run to Moeka's side. Jesus Christ. When I lift her up in my arms, I see that her chest is already covered in blood. Moeka. She's my enemy. Hang in there. She killed Mayuri. Can you hear me? Moeka. I can't understand her. I can't forgive her. And yet I can't help but call her name. Because in a sense, she's a victim too. Moeka slowly opens her eyes. Her eyes are blank and unfocused. She's fading fast. What? She tries to speak, but her voice catches in her throat. I bring my ear closer to her lips. I killed someone precious to you. Yes, you did. Countless times. Not on this world line, but on others. This is my punishment. The will of fate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I silently squeeze Moeka's hand. Moeka doesn't squeeze back. She no longer has the strength. Hot damn. I had nothing except FB. The only place I belonged. I would kill to protect it. You're right to hate me. I'm sorry. I forgive you. The words come to my lips unbidden. But as soon as I speak them, I understand why. Moeka does not kill Mayuri on this world line. Even if she could, it would not happen until tomorrow. This Moeka, the one dying in my arms, is innocent. And yet, even now, she says I'm sorry. How can I not answer her? I forgive you. Perhaps the words are meaningless. Forgiving Moeka will not cure Nai's hate. Nai's hate. Neither will Moeka's death. I don't even know if I truly mean what I'm saying. But still, I remember what Kurisu said. My goal is to save Mayuri, not avenge her. So here, now, I forgive you. The anguish seems to fade from Moeka's face. Her eyes slowly close. A tear slides down Moeka's cheek. Her hand slips from my grasp. She is no longer breathing. Biting my lip, I lay Moeka to rest on the floor. I place her purple phone in her hands. Okabe. Kurisu calls to me in a weak voice. I think you should send the D-mail. Everything's ready at the lab. Yeah. Moeka and FB are gone, but Mayuri's fate remains unchanged. The universe still demands her death. Hey, Christina. When I send the D-mail and change divergence, do you think Moeka's fate will change? Based on the attractor field model you spoke of, she'll be more likely to live if divergence exceeds 1%. Sorry, I wish I knew what to say. Don't worry about it. I stand up. Moeka's blood clings to my hands. It won't come off, even when I wipe it with the tissue. I stop trying and take out FB's phone. I nod to Kurisu. She calls Daru and tells him to activate the phone wave. I take one last look at Moeka's body lying there. Causality is a strange and terrifying thing. Stop search, PC unneeded, stand by. Here we go. Oh, now we're 0.57, and we were 0.55 before. The world warps. Once the distortion dissipates, Kurisu is gone. So is Moeka's body. The phone I'm gripping is my own. FB's phone has disappeared. I look at my hands. They're clean. No blood. No knife on the floor either. Everything was undone. But then, why am I in this room? There are 2 bottles of Dr. P on the coffee table. Both are open. One is nearly empty, but the other is still full. I jump at the sound of a running shower. After a few minutes, Moeka comes out of the bathroom expressionless. You're alive. Huh? Moeka sits down on the tatami mats, not questioning why I'm here. She takes out her purple phone and begins typing a mail. It feels like forever since I've seen her lightning speed typing. I don't need an IBN 5100 anymore. Moeka. This mail doesn't make sense. It reads like Moeka and I were discussing the IBN 5100 just moments ago. Of course, that's exactly what happened on this world line. That explains why I'm here. What do you mean? My supervisor told me to stop looking. Your supervisor? You mean FB? How do you know about FB? Where did you get that information? So FB's still alive. I feel relief, but also fear. I mustn't forget that he is my enemy. For now, however, I'm more interested in what Moeka just said. FB canceled her mission to retrieve the IBN 5100? Doing your duty sets you up for disposal, so we're more like cattle than dogs. I recall his last words. Perhaps he canceled her mission so that they wouldn't be eliminated. But I don't think that will prevent their death. They cannot escape their fate. I won't forgive you until I kill you with my own hands. I cover my ears. I can't get that childish yet hate-filled voice out of my head. On that world line, I turned an innocent girl into a murderer. I bite my lip hard enough to draw blood. That world line has already been undone. But how will things turn out on this new world line? No, there's no point thinking about it. If the plan worked, the IBN 5100 should already be back in my possession. And if that's the case, then there's no need to stay on this world line either. On the way back to the lab, I stop by the barn tube workshop and peek in through the window. The 42-inch CRT is powered on, and Tanuji, FB, is lounging in front of it reading the sports pages. FB is still alive. His daughter Nai has no reason to hate anyone now. I climb the stairs to the lab. There's nobody there but Kurisu. Have you been to Kuryu Moeka's apartment? Huh? Kurisu pauses her channel browsing session to look at me in confusion. Moeka-san's apartment? Never. Oh, okay. Why do you ask? It doesn't matter. Just wondering. I cut across the lounge and head straight for the development room. In the middle of the room sits the time leap machine. After a glance at the time leap machine, I scan the shelves. It's here. A large, familiar cardboard box. I was right. Mayuri, haven't seen you in a while. Okarin's been acting strangely lately, so Mayushi didn't go to Kamima today. Are you at the lab? Maybe I'll go there now. I haven't seen you in a couple days, you know? We usually see each other every other day, so it's really lonely. I know it's only been 4 days at most, but I'm used to being with you all the time. I'm your hostage, remember? Don't let go. I was right. Inside the box is the IBM 5100, the legendary retro PC stolen from me by a twist of fate. At last it has returned. The long battle is finally over. I did it. We can save Mayuri. Daru! Daru! Where is my super haka? I can't contain my excitement. My heart is beating like a jackhammer. He's not here. He went to Kamima, remember? Oh, right. In that case, he won't return until evening. I can't wait that long. So I fire up the time machine and leap. As Shape and Color return to the world, I see Daru in front of his computer, sleepily playing an eroge. Karisu is napping on the sofa. She probably just got done with her all-nighter on the time loop machine. Mayuri's not around. She probably went to Rukako's to beg him to cosplay. Daru, Christina. Karisu jerks awake. It's time for the final phase of Operation Verthandi. My sonorous declaration earns only blank stares. Why are they so slow? The IBN 5100, Daru. Yeah? Listen to me, man. We have an IBN 5100. Of course we do. You're the one who found it, Ocarine. Yes, I did. I found it at Yanabrayashi Shrine. Have you been drinking too much soda? Let me sleep, for crying out loud. Karisu rubs her eyes and complains. She looks dead tired. I was up all night. A question, Daru. Have you researched how to use the IBN 5100? Huh? Well, yeah, I guess. Can you believe I did it while preparing for Kamima? I'm like a saint or something. They'd knight me for this in England. And we shall call you Sir Super Haka. Hell no. Will you guys shut up? You're giving me a headache. If Daru knows how to use the IBN 5100, then we can hack CERN right now. Hear me, lab mems. Mary's not here, but that's actually more convenient. Our long struggle has at last reached its climax. Ragnarok is at hand. Now we must deliver the decisive blow. With the power of the IBN 5100, we shall crack CERN's most secure database and destroy it from the inside. Though the cowardly apparatus known as Echelon the enemy has acquired precious intelligence on our activities. Now they plot to steal our sacred time machine, upon which rests the hope and dreams of all mankind. Beneath its scholarly trappings, CERN is a hive of scum and villainy, of men who would sacrifice innocent souls in their quest to rule all space and time. But now we are poised to crush them with the hammer of justice. And when we do, they will know once and for all by whose hand the wheel of fate truly turns. Jesus, Okabe. When the sun sets upon the battlefield, the foul system that rules the world will crumble, and from the flames a new age will rise, an age of glory, unfettered chaos. Arg, shut up. Karisu gets fed up and rises from the sofa. What are you talking about? Nobody can know the darkness of Okarine's heart. First, get your character straight. What kind of mad scientist talks about the hammer of justice? I guess maybe he just got caught up in the heat of the moment. Maybe he regrets it now. Come on, guys. Stop complaining and get ready. Get ready? To crack CERN. Weren't you listening? I don't think that's a good idea. When did you become a goody two-shoes? Where's your ambition? Are you trying to get us arrested? That's not the problem. I fight the urge to grind my teeth. Instead, I fix Karisu with my stare. It's taken me so long, just to reach this point. This is my chance to escape the Alpha World line and save Mayuri. I won't let anyone get in my way. Anyone. Okabe. Why so serious, man? I've got good reason. To them, only half an hour has passed since the time loop machine was built. To me, many days have passed since this ordeal began. Please. I bow my head deeply. Please, hear me out. Or else Mayuri will die, and in 26 years the world will be ruled by CERN. Suzuha's sacrifice will have been for nothing. Daru claps me on the shoulder, then smiles broadly and thrusts his thumb skyward. It's not like I'm cracking for you or anything, okay? Oh god. I burst out in laughter. Sir Super Hacker, Haka, Sundari version, is here to save the day. I couldn't have asked for a better right-hand man. As Daru hooks the IBAN 5100 into his PC, I explain the situation one more time. Let's hope this is the last. All this happened because of the very first email I sent to Daru. CERN intercepted that email with Echelon and figured out what it meant, then sent their rounders after us. They will kill Mayuri, kidnap us, and steal the time leap machine. Some years after that, I assume, Daru and I escape and form a resistance, the resistance to which Suzuha belonged. I tried to save Mayuri, but nothing worked. Every world line converged on the same result, just as the tractor field theory said they would. You know, if this is all in your head, I think you've got a career as a light novel author ahead of you. It's true. All of it. To prevent Mayuri's death, and to free Suzuha's future from CERN, we need to escape from the Alpha world line. And I think we can do that by canceling all of our changes to the timeline so far. That should return us to the Beta world line, the world line that existed before I sent that first email. There's just one more step. We need to erase the first email from CERN's database. If what Suzuha said is correct, then erasing that data will take us over 1% divergence and back to the Beta world line. It was just one short email, barely 36 bytes, but it changed the course of human history. The butterfly effect. Fascinating. Trisu mutters as she sips on her hot coffee. It looks like she's already recovered from her exhaustion. You believe him, Akiseshi? In theory, I'd like to see objective data, but that's obviously impossible. Relax, your time leap machine worked perfectly. Of course it did. She doesn't deny it. That's just like Kurisu. Besides, we were already planning to crack CERN's database, weren't we? Fine, let's see what's in there. If the mail exists, then it's proof that what you said is true. So what you're saying is, don't think, feel. Got it. You lost me. Conceal, don't feel. Okay, we're gonna end this episode here. I think it's a good spot to stop. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm actually gonna save just in case anything bad happens. I didn't really want a quick save, but hey, that works. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Holy shit. I did not expect what happened with Nai to happen. Holy hell. Nai, I don't know how to say her name, but oh my god. Wow. So if you guys are enjoying this, or if you'd like to see my other content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you can witness me no longer knowing how to speak English. And I will see you guys soon. I hope you have a great time zone, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is for you when you're watching this. And I will see you guys soon. Have a good day, guys.